Well guys, we're at Showtime Speedway here, and a buddy of mine from Tesla Plaid channel, Andrew, he's been a couple events with us, just got his Tesla Plaid. So he's actually gonna be making his first passes with this thing, trying to feel it out. So we heard somebody just went like 9.0 or something. I think maybe 9.2 or 9.3 is a couple other ones. He actually has some drag radials here for it, and we're just gonna probably swap the wheels and tires in just a little bit, but wants to get a couple shakedown passes with it, and I'm hoping to be able to jump in. But this thing is, it's nasty. All right, be honest, you got a little jitters yet or what?
All afternoon I had them, but now that I'm in my element and I'm comfortable here, I feel pretty good.
And you literally just got this car like, what, 2 hours ago or something?
I think we left the dealer at 2 o'clock.
Couldn't find a better day to do it, man. That's awesome. Straight to the drag strip, straight from the dealership. That's awesome. Dang, dude. That's on par for 150 mile an hour in the quarter. Holy crap, dude. Wow. All right, dude. So second pass, 6.1 at 120. Tell me what you think so far.
Okay, so the first 60 feet aren't that different from what it was before. I mean, it ran a 1.5, you know, 1.52, 1.55, and it's about the same. But that same level of G-force and acceleration all the way down the track. It doesn't let up at all in this 8th mile. It feels like it's at the limit of adhesion of these tires right till I hit the traps at 120, which is nuts.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome.
Yeah, because it pulls well over a G of acceleration, you know, lateral acceleration, and I think it's a G all the way down. Dude. You know, 660 feet anyway.
It looks like, again, when we were just saying off camera, is that the 60 foot didn't look crazy impressive. It looked good, but it just, from basically 100 foot to 660, it just looked like a totally different animal than before. And I mean, that's pretty much what you're telling me right there, but it was very, very impressive looking. Really moves out well. And you actually have a different set of tires. Are you going to put those on a little later or what?
I've got a set of Ditto NT01s I'm going to be putting on the back, and they're on a lightweight wheel. It's like a 23-pound flow forged wheel.
Gotcha. So what kind of delta do you see from that to the lighter weight wheel?
Well, the total weight of the tire and wheel aren't that different from this setup, but it's a much stickier tire. And I'm almost certain that the computer is dialing back the power on these summer radials. I mean, it's just the Michelin Pilot, you know, Sport 4S. And so I think the additional traction really helped, at least the 330 foot. I think a high 5 is possible with those tires on here.
Dude, I'd love to experience that. I can't wait. Well, watch you make it into the pass, and I can't wait for my turn. That's going to be awesome. So he actually just turned it up another level, getting a little bit of a shakedown on the lower level, lower power. And this is, he said, dragster mode, so. All right, we got old school. We got new school. I thought for sure that the old school guy was going to get him there, man. Oh. Whoa. Dang. 6.0.
Every time he makes a pass.
6.0 at 120, dude. That is, dang. I can't wait to go for a ride. This is going to be so fun. All right, so that was a 149 60 foot on stock street tires, just like it came here. And the previous 60 foots were like 161. So again, with changing that last mode, all he had done is like the 60 foot dropped even harder. All right, guys, what's it gonna be? What's it gonna be? 119 miles an hour just over and over and over again. 119 mile an hour plus. That is wild, man. So far, you're like, what, 6-0? Like, nobody's touched you. You're undefeated so far.
At least one or two of those were an empty lane, or seemed like an empty lane. There's nobody near me. But
well, undefeated no less.
Yes.
And dude, some big tire cars, I thought that they were really going to lay it down on you. It looks like they did at first, but then...
ran a 140 60 foot. He got way out of me, and I didn't think I was going to be able to get around him. He still ran a 650, and I powered right past him at the top.
Yeah. So, it definitely looked like you're freight training on that second 330.
Big top end. Amazing.
Yeah.
119, every pass has been over 119. Yeah. So let's take a pass, Jeremy.
Oh, heck yeah. Dude, that's wild. I can see my truck from here so clearly.
Even get a 1.4 something 60 foot, even with a passenger, that would be an accomplishment.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna be extra ballast.
Check this out over here, Jeremy.
Oh, look at that.
And here we go.
Oh!
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, dude, that's awesome. Oh. Dude, that rips. That's so clean.
Yeah.
That is such a clean pull. That is so much torque.
Just solid pull all the way down. No let up for a second.
Oh my gosh, dude, that felt awesome. It's incredible, the torque. That is really impressive. I mean, I've seen so many people making all these noises and stuff that have been going for rides in these things, and it does make you make some noises. It's like, it's gonna get something out of you.
Yeah, yeah. I'm gonna make most of my passes tonight, you'll notice, Jeremy, just in standard Plaid mode, which still runs like a 615.
Gotcha. And you went 6.0 as fast as 6.0.
Yeah, 6.0 was in the drag strip mode with the that launch mode that we just used. So let's see how this compares to our 606 with the additional weight.
17 and 119. It looked like you were sliding around out there a bit.
I mean, it was grasping for traction.
Because it went like this.
Yeah. Even though we had a little extra ballast to hold us to the track. So on that one, we ran a 617 at 119.0.
Gotcha. We got a 153 60 foot. So we just had a, and I mean, dude, it blows past it. It's just a totally different experience with all-wheel drive, and well, it's got its own like traction algorithm, I guess.
Yeah, I think it just checks for slip every, 100 times a second or something, and just takes a little power out.
That was incredible, man. Thank you very much.
Absolutely. So are you ready to pilot the other one, and we go down side by side?
Heck yeah. All right, so that launch was awesome. I've definitely been in faster 60-foot stuff, but again, after the launch of the 330, and again all the way through, it just felt like you never felt any torque curve. It just kept going. And so from the car I was just in the other day that went 820s at like 162, this thing's on par to go 9.2 at like 151, 152, but it's just a different animal. So like foot braking this thing, I guess he was like enabling them. He said it was like the magnets were like holding it, and then it launched, so it gives you just an insane amount of torque. And we had a different 60 foot, so I don't know if we spun a little bit and then it grabbed, but it was just mindless. Like it just took care of it. That was really, really a different experience. Whereas like if you're in a car, you're gonna have to pedal, adjust, and whatever, and it's like it didn't have to do that. It just took care of it. Looks like my chariot has arrived. All right, so this guy right here has been pretty consistent 660s, right? Or is that like
670s?
670s, okay.
Yeah, depending on temperature, high 670 to low 680.
Very
675
nice.
to 685.
Totally different experience here, fellas. Never driven a Tesla. This is gonna be pretty wild here. So this is the ludicrous mode. This is the car that he had right before this. And this thing, we've had it at track events. He's gone, I think 9 6s in the quarter was his best with perfect traction and so on and so forth. But heck, this is gonna be pretty cool. Here we go. Woo-hoo-hoo. She pulls good. All right, he's coming. Dang!
As far as recreation,
That thing's got some freaking top end, boy. Dang. This is not slow. this thing is totally fun. I got a feeling my wife's gonna be bugging me to probably want to get one of these, but dude, that thing rips though. So the on-off throttle is kind of weird in that, like, you let off the throttle and the engine braking is really, really great. And then if you're lightly off the throttle, it's just very small. It's interesting. It's almost like it's got a weird built-in engine braking though. It's definitely like a totally different strategy than what I'm used to. All right, so check that out. 682 at 101 with a 157 60 foot. It definitely felt like we spun a tiny little bit on the 60 foot, and but just it tracks so strong. All right, that was pretty fun. That thing moves out and so silent. I mean, it's just the weirdest thing. It's like I really like the noise.
You got him on the reaction time.
Yeah,
for sure.
yeah. I think he let me, but I mean, it was a 05, so it was a pretty good reaction time. But that thing top end's like a beast, dude.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, he's coming.
Well, that ride took my lower guts and put them way up in my chest. It was pretty wild. I gotta give credit where credit is due, and that thing is incredibly fast. You guys can check out Andrew's channel at Tesla Plaid channel, as well as there was another gentleman there that was doing some coverage, and it was drag racing and car stuff. So the next day, Andrew actually went to the quarter-mile drag strip, which is an hour away, and he went a 945 at 152 with, again, 0 mods, exactly as he got the car. So stock tire pressure, full weight. I mean, I think it's absolutely incredible. I can't wait to see what he does when he does put the tires on, and I'd love to see him take some weight out of the thing, see if we can get that thing to 8s. But it has been pretty impressive for my first ride in a Tesla. Well, thank you guys so much for tuning in. This has been a heck of a lot of fun this episode. If you want to support Fasterproms, you can always check out the link in the description. Check out some of our merch. It definitely helps us grow. So thank you guys so very much for watching. God bless you. We'll see you next episode.